John 6:55. Qui manducat meam carnem, et bibit meum sanguinem, habet vitam aeternam, et ego resuscitabo eum in novissimo die. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood has life everlasting, and I shall raise him up on the last day. This is a wonderfully clear and straightforward verse as Jesus is drawing his discourse on the bread and sustenance of eternal life to a close. Just a minor thing we want to note at the beginning here is that this is a long syllable, and so according to the penultimate rule of pronouncing Latin words, that is the rule that tells us if the second to last or the penultimate syllable is long, that's where the accent goes on the word. If not, it goes to the anti-penultimate or third to last syllable. That applies here to make sure that we say manducat and not something else. Manducat. Qui manducat meam carnem. Again, this meam is going to remind us that carnem comes from caro. You're never going to forget this word again now, since we've seen it so many times in these passages in chapter 6 of John. Again, you notice that stem change in the oblique cases of the word, caro, so meam carnem, he who eats my flesh. And again, we've got our parallel word here, bibit, answering manducat, and drinks meum sanguinem, again from sanguis. I guess it's appropriate to use a red pen to remind ourselves of the meaning of this masculine word here in the accusative case, just like meam carnem. Sanguinem, he who drinks my blood. What is the consequence of all this, again, that we were promised before? Well, now there's an additional element. He has now, as a present possession, vitam aeternam, life eternal. Let's not forget this is a long syllable too. Vitam aeternam. And et ego resuscitabo. I will raise him up again on the very last day. Now, it's worth probably noting additionally here that this is an interesting meaning of the word novus. Novus can mean new or recent or fresh in Latin. It can also mean strange or odd. And in the superlative degree, remember we think of our comparative degree, our superlative degree, and of course just our regular, our positive degree, new, newer, newest, novissimus. In that superlative degree, it can very often mean idiomatically, as it does here, not newest, but from the context, last, that is to say, latest in a series of things, in this case, of days. And this, of course, is the end of time, the end of all things to which we are looking forward.